Hello, and welcome back. Friday evening, 5:20. Sourcing video. Stop the music. So went down to Disco in Chardon, and then Goodwill up here. Actually, two stops turned out pretty well. I haven't been down to Discovery in maybe 3 weeks or so. It was the last sale. No, then it would have been about a little over a month. Then the Goodwill up here, probably about the same. So I got a few things in between them. Cut this one to the chase and find out what I got. So this is Cheyenne, season 1. Um, it's a 5-disc set. However, it's not the typical with a CDR. Typically going to have that blue on it. Can't see any brand. This feels like a paper sticker. So I don't know if that's exactly how these were made. But if it is legit, they're like 30, 40 bucks. If it's not, I'll just disclose that actually in the listing. I was like, these feel like burnt copies, and I might be able to get like 15 bucks for it. Oh, all right. And we got Son of a Beach. Would have been $250. These are like 15, 20 bucks. I did not. I didn't open any of these up, but for the most part, I'm going to trust that they're in there and they're clean. I own it, so if it turns out any of them need to be resurfaced, then, well, I'll just resurface it. Playing guitars, like 15 bucks. Great courses. Great courses is always something good to look up, the books or DVDs, and I've seen them in cassettes before. All right. Happy Birthday, Barney. I know it's over 20. There was one listed for just about 20 bucks, and then they were all mid 20s and more. So 25 bucks. Richard Pryor, both these sealed, uncensored, volume 1 and 2. A sealed volume can sell for mid 20s. The two combined will sell for mid 30s. So that's one of those to where I'll keep these ones together and just get that price. And then they have like a slip cover that goes over them, but I don't have that. So I'll really have to see. But it's either going to be mid 20s or mid 30s. Salt and pepper here. Salt and pepper. Shake your thing. Do what you want to do. I think that's the song. But like 15 bucks. This Corvette anthology is, as the words are back here, photographic safari of Corvette for $19.99. A newer version, and this is just typing in for the 90 days. The newer version, I think, was like 10 bucks. But this is going to be an older one. So for the $1.70, I think these are. Yeah, I'll give it a try. All right, Trevor Hall. Nothing came up on scan. It does have a barcode. Nothing came up on scan. It's like, that just kind of looks like one of those that would be enough for me. Be like, you know what? Let's give it a look. So I typed it up, and the CD, this specific one is like 25, 30 bucks. But some of his other CDs are 50, 70, 200 bucks. So that was a good one. This is why if stuff like this that I'm scanning and it doesn't come up, if it has enough to it, or if it doesn't have a barcode, or if it's rarely BMG, but stuff like that, if it has enough just visual to it, I'm like, maybe. What's going to happen? I'm going to find out that it's worth good enough to buy, or it's not. For this, so I learn a little while doing that, and that one turns out to be worthwhile. All right, this is the Dave Clark 5. It's a 2-album. That's genuine. No, that is on. Okay, so this is even more interesting because this is on a CDR 52X, but this is not a sticker. That's pressed on here. Huh. So maybe that's how it's supposed to be. And just the entire feel of everything, just it doesn't look good quality. But I did match up. That's the picture. So when I get the listing, I'll make sure it is. But if it is correct or good enough for it to be a true one, they're like 25, 30, 40 bucks. I don't think quite 40. Jeff Moore, no barcode. This one I just typed up. It's called Place to Stand. I don't remember. No, but it had been like 30 bucks maybe. Clean. Burt Bacharach Gold. These are like 30 bucks. Both in there. Clean. Maybe a little more. Ambrosia. I've sold this one before. It's probably in a couple what sold videos. These are closer to 50 bucks. No, not quite. And all right, so we'll go down here to this book. So this is when it comes down to paperbacks. This is definitely a much older paperback, and it is very clean. This has a little bit right here. Very clean book for, I have no idea, this is probably mid-70s. First paperback edition, 11th printing. From, well, this reads 1989. 1975, 1989. For a quarter, all I was doing was just matching up picture as I type in born once, BAARS, bars. And the book does sell, and I'm scrolling down, and I find the image that matches this, and it falls within the $30 range. I don't know if it's the same year, because this is 1975, so this is going to be the 1975 version, reprinted in 1989. I'm going to guess just by looking at that. So paid a quarter. If it's $15 or $30 or $40, it's a quarter for a book and a title that sells. Same thing applies here. Great condition for the book. Oh, a cat was just chasing stuff outside. Probably a leaf. For how old this book is, this is another paperback, paid a quarter for. So down there at Discovery, they're 50 cents a book, regardless what they are. It's on a half off day. And it is very clean. This is a first printing down here from 1974. Typing in Uncle Whiskers and hitting sold, there's like two that show up that are in the mid-20 range. So it's just that I really don't go by genre, but this is definitely an older look for the font and the discoloration on the spine. So as I'm just looking at books right here, that one looks older. I'm going to grab that one and look that one up. These are just always good for to have, not for personal use or anything. So this is Historic Heritage of Wayne County. And Wayne is going to be a little more south of here. I'm trying to remember exactly. It says Anthony Wayne, after whom Wayne County was named, was a general under George Washington. His 1976 counterpart presents the most complete inventory of historical places ever made by any of the 88 counties in Ohio. All right. Sugar Creek. All right. So this is Wayne County. That's Amish country. Sugar Creek, Dover, Philly, Millersburg, Zoar, Zion, Zanesville. Well, not Zion. Zanesville, Mechanicsburg. It's like just south of Canton. That's all going to be that area down there. Chippewa. So just, but I did look it up, and I think one has recently sold for 30 bucks, but when I'm paying 25 cents for a book like this, uh, there are a couple listed for around 50 or whichever, but it's still 25 cents. Then the last book I got is, so I scanned this one. They come up pretty good, and they do sell just on scan. So hand typing is going to be a little different results. They're 50 to 90 bucks. In a little more. It's strange because this got noted out to somebody by the name of Mark. Mark is a very common name for me these days. In appreciation for all your help, thank you, Thomas. This guy, Glover. So I typed, the book sells. Go get him, Iron Horse. Go get him. The book sales, you can look that one up, and well, I mean, looked up at Terapeak for that price range. And so I just eventually type in Thomas Glover. I just typed in Thomas Glover. And there's variations I could type in and sign, and nothing comes up for anything in Terapeak for 3 years of sign by using Thomas Glover. So at least $100 for book hoarder. And a couple of safety glasses. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's turns everything like a. Well, these lights are 4K, and they smell like patchouli. Wow. Amen. So there's this pair. I think these are AOs, American Optical. Yeah, AO Z87 Aerosight. There we go. Maybe 30, 40 bucks. They're very, very clean. So these older safety glasses like this, I sell them. I haven't sold frames or glasses like that in a little while, actually. And this pair of even older yet, and this is a different brand. Gemini, I think. Yeah, I can't tell or magnifying glass, but it's another pair of safety glasses, built a little better. The top forehead brim here, and these side shields. Again, these things range anywhere from $20 to $50 for these older safety glasses. Just a lot of them in general. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe $800 or 21 plus the 9 and change. I don't know what I did with the paper receipt from Discovery. So $30. All right. So that's it. I'm gonna wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. Old style of safety glasses. Just one of those weird things. Frames, sunglasses, stuff like that you sell. Tell me thinking going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. Those are all free. They help me, help you, so we can all help other people learn about buying physical media to sell on eBay. Appreciate it. Thank you.